Double strokes pop up all the time in snare drum with deliclues, with excerpts, with all the repertoire. It almost always includes double strokes, just not in a roll. It's the connective tissue between sections, your ability for one hand to play two notes in a row and with the exact dynamic that you're intending for them to be. Almost every difficult passage in excerpts or deliclues is because there's certain double strokes in a certain combination somewhere in the middle of a passage. So today I want to talk about how to practice double strokes and how to develop a machine gun double stroke roll. The exercises for today's video are all in a PDF. You can get that at robknopper.com/double stroke roll. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you play a double stroke without adding any force to the second note, it will fizzle out. If you just let the stick bounce on your own, two notes in a row, it will be a decrescendo. That's not going to work. But if you play two singles in a row, da-da, that is how you get the second note to sound louder, which is what you need for roughs and any situation for double strokes. With two exact singles in a row, you're not going to be able to play them close enough together. So you need to find a middle ground where there's some bounce to the stroke, but you're also adding a little bit of dribble to the second note, because in almost any situation when you're using a double stroke, it has to crescendo, like say a rough. It has to crescendo from the first note to the second note. So I'm going to start you off with playing double strokes by themselves, and I'm going to have you work on two variables. The first one is shape. Work on playing the second note louder than the first note. That is essential. It's not going to be right if you only use the bounce or if you only do singles and fully control each stroke. You have to add in some bounce and some control. So to start with, I want you to establish the shape. It's like a one-handed flam, really. So play one-handed flams repetitively. And here's the other variable. I want you to go through the range of super wide one-handed flams to super crushed one-handed flams. When you start with wide, it's going to be easier to get that shape. And then as you explore towards crushed, you're going to realize that it's harder and harder to achieve the shape, because as you let the stick take in some bounce and give away some control, the instinct is going to be to revert to just the bounce, with the second one fizzling out. Go back to as wide as you need to get it until you have the right shape, and every day continue to push against how close you can get the doubles together until you find a way to have some bounce and some dribble to the second note. That's the goal. Once you've worked on that, then it's time to match the hands. That's step two. You're going to choose a reasonable spacing, and you're going to keep that shape, and you're going to play four on a hand, listening to the quality of the right hand and the quality of the left hand until you can get them to sound exactly the same and feel the same. You can explore the same variable of space between the notes, but your focus is still on how much bounce versus how much dribble are you using on the second note. Once you've matched hands, then it's time to start working on transitioning from one hand to the other. And you want to be focusing on making it sound like it's four machine gun even notes in a row. Work on that with both hands, and then add a third note. And continue adding notes until you've made your way to an extended double stroke roll. That's how I practice my doubles in the context of working on a double stroke roll. Once I want to apply that to roughs and four-stroke roughs, I can take out this new skill, this new motion that I've learned for how to work on doubles, and I can work on them in context of four-stroke roughs or regular roughs, paradiddles, or any other places that double strokes happen. But this is the beginning foundational part of my warm-up every day where I'm working on my doubles. So again, the download is at robknopper.com/double stroke roll, and I will see you guys in the next video.